Welcome back, coin lovers and treasure hunters. In today's video, we're unlocking the secrets of the 6 most expensive and most valuable United States and most beautiful old one-dime coins ever struck. These little pieces of metal have turned ordinary people into overnight millionaires. In this video, we'll uncover the secrets behind the most valuable and expensive dimes ever minted, explain what makes them so rare, and show you why collectors are willing to pay a fortune for these tiny treasures. So stay tuned, because what you learn today might make you look at your pocket change in a whole new way. And who knows, your next dime could be the jackpot that changes your life. So grab your magnifying glass and check your change, because what you learn today could change your fortune forever. Don't blink, because your next coin could be a jackpot. Let's get started. First up in the 1996 Roosevelt Dime, a coin minted to honor the legacy of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, has versions that collectors would pay an astronomical price for. It's not just a coin. It's a piece of history, a symbol of peace, liberty, and victory. The obverse side of this iconic coin proudly displays the portrait of Franklin Roosevelt facing left, with the word liberty shining boldly above him. Just below his chin, you'll see the phrase, "In God we trust," reminding us of the values America holds dear. Beneath the portrait is the year of minting, 1996, along with the mint mark, P, indicating it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. This detail is crucial because certain Philadelphia Mint strikes in 1996 have become legendary among coin collectors due to their rarity and condition. Flip the coin, and you're greeted by a design full of meaning and symbolism. The reverse side features a torch standing tall in the center, flanked by an olive branch on the left and an oak branch on the right. These elements symbolize peace, liberty, and strength, qualities that shaped America through war and prosperity. Surrounding the design are the inscriptions, "United States of America," and the proud motto, "E pluribus unum," Latin for, "out of many, one." At the bottom, the denomination 1 dime is boldly struck, completing this masterpiece in miniature. Now, why is the 1996 Roosevelt Dime so special? At first glance, it seems like any other dime, but collectors know better. This was the year of Roosevelt's dime's 50th anniversary, making it historically significant. To celebrate, the U.S. Mint released a special edition set, and some coins were struck to near-perfect quality. Among these, high-grade examples with flawless surfaces and deep mirror-like finishes are extremely rare. A pristine 1996 Roosevelt Dime in MS-70 condition can command jaw-dropping prices in today's market. But rarity isn't just about perfection, it's also about errors. Certain 1996 dimes left the mint with fascinating mistakes, doubled dies, missing mint marks, or weak strikes. These errors, invisible to the casual eye, can multiply the value of a coin by hundreds or even thousands of times. For instance, a 1996 dime with a dramatic double die on the obverse can transform an everyday coin into a treasure worth hundreds of dollars to a serious collector. What makes these dimes even more desirable is their connection to American history. Franklin Roosevelt was not just a president. He was a leader who guided the nation through the Great Depression and World War II. The torch on the dime represents his enduring fight for freedom and hope, while the branches reflect peace and resilience. Owning a rare 1996 dime isn't just about money. It's about holding a tangible piece of that story in your hand. Collectors around the world are constantly hunting for these coins in uncirculated or proof-like conditions. Why? Because time is not kind to coins in circulation. Scratches, wear, and discoloration drastically reduce their value. That's why dimes that have been preserved in mint sets or proof sets, shielded from human touch, are the ones fetching record-breaking prices at auctions. Some collectors even say that finding one in your pocket change would be like winning the lottery. The highest grade 1996 Roosevelt dimes have been known to sell for thousands of dollars. Imagine that. A coin worth just 10 cents skyrocketing to the value of a luxury vacation or even a brand new car. And the market for these coins is only growing, as more collectors enter the hobby and competition for rare coins intensifies. Every year, these treasures become harder to find, making them even more valuable for those lucky enough to own one. So, what should you do if you find a 1996 P dime? First, don't spend it. Store it safely and examine it carefully under good lighting. Check for sharp details, strong luster, and any unusual errors. If it appears flawless, consider having it graded by a professional coin grading service. A certified grade can skyrocket its value and attract serious buyers. Who knows? You might be holding a small fortune in your hand without even realizing it. The real magic lies in what these coins represent. Hidden wealth disguised as everyday currency. Rare U.S. dimes, especially those tied to significant moments like Roosevelt's legacy and the 50th anniversary of his dime design, have skyrocketed in value over time. Some have been auctioned for record-breaking amounts, turning ordinary people into overnight millionaires. Why? Because rarity, demand, and history create a powerful combination that collectors can't resist. A flawless strike, a unique error, or simply surviving decades without a scratch. These are the details that can transform a dime into a fortune. The 1996 P. Roosevelt dime isn't just money. It's a golden ticket for those who recognize its value. So, before you spend that dime in your pocket, take a closer look. You might be holding a piece of American history worth more than you could ever imagine. Remember, in the world of numismatics, one small coin can unlock unimaginable wealth, and this dime proves that even the tiniest treasures can change your life forever. In conclusion, the 1996 P. Roosevelt dime is more than just pocket change. It's a silent guardian of history, a treasure hiding in plain sight. While most people overlook it, the wise collector knows its true worth. So next time you come across a dime from 1996 with a P mint mark, pause for a moment and think, could this be the coin that changes your life? Rare coins like this have turned ordinary people into millionaires overnight. Will you be the next one to uncover a hidden fortune? Next up in the 1982 D. Roosevelt dime has become a fascinating subject for collectors, not because of its age, but because of the unique factors that make certain specimens incredibly valuable. Minted at the Denver Mint, this dime features the bold D mint mark that distinguishes it from its Philadelphia counterpart. What's truly captivating is how this seemingly ordinary coin, which once had the purchasing power of just 10 cents, could now command a price that leaves collectors stunned. The obverse of the 1982 D. Roosevelt dime carries the dignified portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, a leader remembered for his resilience during the Great Depression and World War II. Facing left, Roosevelt's profile is accompanied by the inscriptions Liberty and In God We Trust, along with the year 1982. It's a design that has remained consistent for decades, giving this coin a familiar look that belies its hidden potential value. The artistry behind the coin reflects not only a tribute to a great American leader, but also a slice of U.S. history frozen in time. Turn the coin over, and you'll find an equally symbolic reverse design, a torch flanked by an olive branch and an oak branch. These elements are not just decorative, they hold deep meaning. The torch signifies liberty, the olive branch represents peace, and the oak branch symbolizes strength and victory. Surrounding this imagery are the inscriptions United States of America, E pluribus unum, and the denomination 1 dime. Every detail speaks of American values and ideals, making this dime more than just currency. It's a miniature piece of national identity. So, what makes the 1982 D. Roosevelt dime so special and potentially worth a fortune? The answer lies in its anomalies and rare varieties. While millions of these dimes rolled off the presses in Denver, certain pieces are known for minting errors or missing elements that make them incredibly desirable. For example, some 1982 D dimes lack the mint mark entirely, a mistake that dramatically increases their value among collectors. Coins with such errors can fetch hundreds, even thousands, of dollars at auction because they are so uncommon. One of the most notable aspects of 1982 dimes is that this was the year when the U.S. Mint stopped using mint marks on proof coins made in San Francisco, and transitional changes were happening in die production. These changes opened the door for errors and variations. Collectors are always on the hunt for these rare varieties, and the thrill of finding one in your pocket change is what makes coin collecting so exciting. Imagine holding what seems like an ordinary dime, only to realize it could be worth more than a luxury car. But the rarity of these coins is not the only reason they command attention. Condition plays a huge role in determining value. A 1982 D-dime in average circulated condition might be worth only face value, but one in extra fine, XF, or mint state, MS, condition could easily climb into the hundreds. And if that high-grade coin also features a rare error, such as a missing mint mark or a significant die crack, its price could soar into the thousands. For investors and collectors alike, this makes the 1982 D. Roosevelt Dime a hidden treasure in plain sight. Another factor contributing to the allure of these coins is the sheer unpredictability of their worth. While most people assume that only ancient coins or those made of silver hold value, modern coins like the 1982 D-dime prove otherwise. It's a reminder that numismatic value isn't just about age. It's about rarity, condition, and demand. This is why so many collectors scour their change jars and coin rolls, hoping to spot that elusive piece that could change their financial future overnight. Speaking of changing fortunes, it's not an exaggeration to say that rare coins have turned ordinary people into millionaires. Although not every 1982 D-dime will make you rich, there are stories of rare error coins selling for staggering amounts at auction. In today's market, where collectors are willing to pay top dollar for unique finds, even small minting anomalies can result in big payouts. For example, a pristine, error-bearing 1982 D-dime could fetch thousands. A jaw-dropping return on a 10-cent investment. That what's fascinating about the 1982 D. Roosevelt Dime is its place in the evolution of U.S. coinage. Unlike earlier dimes that contained silver, this coin is made of a copper-nickel-clad composition, which was introduced to keep costs low after the rising price of silver in the 1960s. While this composition makes the dime less intrinsically valuable in terms of metal content, its numismatic value far outweighs that. Collectors don't just see metal, they see history, design, and the stories behind each rare variation. This is why the 1982 D-dime remains a hot topic among coin enthusiasts even today. For those passionate about collecting, the hunt for a 1982 D-dime with an error or in pristine condition is a thrilling adventure. Every roll of coins opened, every old jar inspected, holds the potential of an exciting discovery. These coins are not just about money. They're about curiosity, patience, and the dream of uncovering something extraordinary. Owning a rare 1982 D. Roosevelt dime connects you to a fascinating chapter of American numismatic history, and that connection is priceless. So, the next time you come across an old dime, pause for a moment. You might just be holding a fortune in your hands. If you happen to find a 1982 D-dime in your possession, the first step is not to spend it. Examine it closely for details like a missing mint mark, doubling on the lettering, or any unusual characteristics. Even a minor flaw can significantly increase its value. Storing it properly and having it graded by a professional service can further enhance its worth in the marketplace. Remember, condition and authentication are key. Serious collectors and investors will only pay premium prices for verified specimens. In conclusion, the 1982 D. Roosevelt dime stands as a shining example of how ordinary objects can carry extraordinary value. It's a coin that reminds us that history, art, and economics often intersect in the most unexpected ways. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone who just found an old dime in their change, this small piece of metal could represent a fortune waiting to be unlocked. So, check your pockets, examine your coin jars, and keep an eye out for these hidden treasures, because sometimes the smallest coins make the biggest impact. Next up in the 2002 D. Roosevelt dime may look like just another coin in your pocket, but for collectors and enthusiasts, certain rare variations of this dime are worth more than you could ever imagine. These aren't just coins. They are treasures, miniature pieces of American history that carry not only monetary value but a story of craftsmanship, scarcity, and luck. The obverse of this remarkable dime proudly features the iconic portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, immortalized for his leadership during some of America's toughest times. Facing left, his profile is accompanied by the noble motto, "In God We Trust," and the word liberty, encircling the design. Just below his neck, the year 2002 is clearly stamped alongside the tiny D mint mark, indicating it was struck at the Denver Mint. This little mark can make a massive difference when it comes to determining a coin's value in the world of numismatics. On the reverse side, the coin is just as fascinating. Dominating the center is the iconic torch, olive branch, and oak branch, which together symbolize liberty, peace, and victory. Surrounding this trio are the words United States of America, the face value 1 dime, and the ever-famous motto E pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one. This design might seem common, but in the world of rare coins, the tiniest detail can turn the ordinary into the extraordinary. Now, why is this dime so special? What makes a 2002 D Roosevelt dime, something you could find in loose change, worth a staggering amount of money? The answer lies in rare errors and minting anomalies. Some of these coins were struck with off-center designs, double dies, or even on the wrong planchets, leading to incredible rarity. These unique mistakes make collectors go wild, and auctions have seen these error coins selling for hundreds, even thousands of dollars, sometimes far beyond what you would ever expect from a single dime. Think about it. Coins like these don't just carry value. They carry mystery and exclusivity. Not every 2002 D dime will make you rich, but if you have one of the rare varieties, you could be holding a jackpot in your palm. In today's booming collectible coin market, these pieces often start at a few $100s and can climb to several thousand for pristine examples or dramatic mint errors. When you consider the coin's face value is only 10 cents, the potential return is mind-blowing. But it doesn't stop there. Collectors are not just paying for the coin. They are paying for history, rarity, and the story behind it. Each dime is a tiny time capsule from the early 2000s, reflecting America's resilience and commitment to liberty. The Denver Mint, known for its precision, occasionally produced these errors by accident, and now they have become treasures for those lucky enough to spot them. When one of these coins surfaces, collectors rush in, creating intense bidding wars that push the prices sky high. Let's talk about condition because that can make or break a coin's value. A 2002 D Roosevelt dime in extra fine condition is already attractive to collectors, but when you have a coin in uncirculated or mint state, especially if it grades MS 65 or higher, the price can skyrocket. Combine that with an error like a double die or wrong planchet, and you are looking at a coin that could sell for tens of thousands of dollars, maybe more. Yes, that's right. Something worth 10 cents could literally pay your bills, fund your dreams, or even buy you a new car. The fascination with these coins also stems from their scarcity. The Denver Mint struck millions of dimes in 2002, but only a handful have the rare characteristics that make them valuable. It's a numbers game, and the odds are slim, but that's what makes the hunt so thrilling. Every time you check your pocket change or open a forgotten coin jar, you have a chance, however small, of discovering a life-changing treasure. And the best part? Most people overlook these coins, leaving more opportunities for sharp-eyed collectors. So, what should you look for if you want to strike gold, or rather, silver, with a 2002 D Roosevelt dime? Check for clear doubling on the lettering, odd shapes or misalignments, and any unusual weight or size differences. If something feels off, don't ignore it. Get it appraised by a professional. People have found coins worth thousands in the most unexpected places, an old wallet, a family piggy bank, or even in a vending machine return slot. These incredible stories keep the dream alive for collectors worldwide. What truly amazes coin collectors is how unpredictable these treasures can be. A 2002 D dime with a dramatic mint error can skyrocket in value during a live auction because these coins are one of a kind. No two error coins are exactly the same, making each one a unique piece of history. Some of these have sold for 5 figures, and when two passionate bidders go head-to-head, prices can climb beyond anyone's expectations. These aren't just sales, they're adrenaline-fueled battles for ownership of something truly extraordinary. Another reason these coins fascinate so many people is the sheer possibility of finding one. Unlike gold bars or luxury cars, these coins hide in plain sight, tucked away in drawers, jars, or old collections. Every time you sort through your spare change, you're joining millions of treasure hunters in the hope of finding that one coin that could turn your life upside down. The excitement comes from knowing that a dime worth 10 cents could, with the right error and condition, fetch thousands of dollars. A dream that keeps collectors and enthusiasts searching tirelessly. So, if you're serious about discovering a rare 2002 Roosevelt dime, knowledge is your best tool. Learn the signs of valuable errors, invest in a good magnifying glass, and always inspect your coins carefully. If you ever find one, protect it, don't clean it, don't scratch it, and don't rush to spend it. Instead, get it graded by a professional, because that tiny coin could be your golden ticket. These small, shining pieces of metal remind us that history and fortune often come in the most unexpected packages, and sometimes, greatness hides in the smallest of places. In the end, the 2002 Roosevelt dime reminds us that even the smallest objects can hold enormous value. They teach us patience, curiosity, and the thrill of discovery. Imagine the joy of realizing that a simple dime could be your ticket to fortune. Rare coins like these aren't just currency. They're pieces of art, slices of history, and symbols of luck. So, the next time you come across a dime, take a closer look. Who knows? You might just be holding a coin worth thousands, or even millions, turning an ordinary day into an unforgettable one. Next up in the 1965 United States dime, featuring the iconic portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, is one of the most fascinating coins in American numismatic history. At first glance, it may seem like an ordinary 10-cent piece, but certain rare variations of this coin have captured the attention of collectors worldwide. Designed by John R. Sinek, the obverse of the coin proudly displays the left-facing profile of Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, alongside the inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," with the date 1965 positioned just below his neckline. This coin was introduced during a period of significant change in U.S. coinage, and that makes it all the more intriguing for collectors. The year 1965 marked a turning point in American coinage history as the United States Mint transitioned away from 90% silver content to a copper-nickel clad composition. This major shift occurred due to a silver shortage and rising silver prices, making it impractical to continue producing coins with precious metal content. As a result, the 1965 dime is composed of an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core. While this seems ordinary today, the change sparked controversy at the time and created opportunities for minting anomalies, which are now considered rare treasures by numismatists. The reverse design of the 1965 Roosevelt dime features an intricate composition of powerful national symbols. At the center, a torch represents liberty, flanked by an olive branch on the left symbolizing peace, and an oak branch on the right representing strength and victory. Encircling these symbols are the inscriptions United States of America and the denomination 1 dime, along with the traditional motto E pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one. Every element of this design reflects the values and aspirations of the nation during the mid-20th century, making the coin not just a piece of currency, but a piece of history. Now, what makes some 1965 dimes so incredibly valuable? While millions were produced in ordinary circulation quality, certain mistakes and unusual minting circumstances created a handful of pieces that stand out. The most famous among these are the 1965 Roosevelt dimes that were accidentally struck on silver planchets intended for earlier dates. These transitional error coins are a collector's dream because they were never supposed to exist. If you own a 1965 dime that was struck on a silver planchet instead of the standard copper-nickel composition, you could be holding a coin worth thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars. One of the main ways collectors verify these rare pieces is by weight and sound. While the standard clad 1965 dime weighs approximately 2.27 grams, a silver planchet dime weighs about 2.50 grams. This slight difference in weight can be the key to identifying a valuable rarity. Moreover, silver coins have a distinctive ring when struck, compared to the duller sound of clad coins. This is why coin enthusiasts always check the edge of the coin. Silver dimes lack the distinct copper stripe visible on modern clad coins. If your dime is all silver in appearance without the orange-toned edge, it's worth further examination. Another factor driving the excitement around 1965 dimes is the sheer nostalgia and historical significance associated with this era. The mid-1960s was a period of economic transition, cultural change, and technological progress. The fact that a simple 10-cent piece from this time could carry such immense value today fascinates collectors and investors alike. Rare coins are more than just monetary assets. They are artifacts that tell a story of change, innovation, and occasional mistakes that turn ordinary objects into extraordinary collectibles. Today's coin market places an enormous premium on rarity, condition, and demand. A well-preserved 1965 dime struck on a silver planchet can sell for thousands of dollars in auctions. Some exceptional examples have crossed the $10,000 mark, especially when certified by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. Even beyond error coins, certain high-grade examples of the standard copper-nickel 1965 dimes can fetch impressive prices. Coins graded as mint state 67 or higher are extremely scarce, making them desirable to collectors who seek perfection. Imagine finding one of these coins in your pocket change or inherited collection. Such a discovery could change your life overnight. This is why coin enthusiasts advise against spending or discarding any older coins without proper evaluation. Every year, stories surface about individuals unknowingly possessing rare coins worth small fortunes. The 1965 Roosevelt Dime serves as a powerful reminder that sometimes the most valuable treasures are hiding in plain sight, waiting for someone with a sharp eye and a bit of knowledge to uncover them. The allure of rare coins lies in their unpredictability. While most coins from 1965 are common and worth only face value, those few exceptional pieces command astronomical sums. This dynamic fuels the thrill of the hunt for collectors, as every coin examined holds the possibility of being a once-in-a-lifetime find. For anyone interested in numismatics, understanding the history, design, and anomalies of coins like the 1965 dime is not only educational, but potentially very profitable. The fascination with the 1965 Roosevelt dime goes beyond its face value and historical significance. It represents the thrill of hidden wealth. In today's active coin market, collectors are willing to pay premium prices for rare and error examples, and the excitement lies in the fact that these coins still circulate among everyday change. Imagine the possibility of pulling a rare, transitional silver 1965 dime from a jar of old coins. It's like discovering buried treasure in your own home. With proper grading and authentication, such a coin can skyrocket in value, transforming an ordinary collector into a lucky finder of a numismatic gem. This is why enthusiasts constantly say, "Check your change. You never know what you might find." In conclusion, the 1965 Roosevelt dime represents more than just 10 cents of purchasing power. It embodies a pivotal moment in American history, a transition in currency design, and an enduring source of excitement for collectors. From its symbolic design to its rare minting errors, this coin captures the imagination and offers a tangible link to the past. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist or a curious beginner, keeping an eye out for rare variations of this dime could lead you to one of the most rewarding discoveries in the coin world. Who knows? Your next dime could be worth thousands or even millions of dollars. The 1965 Roosevelt dime is not just an ordinary coin. It's a symbol of one of the most significant shifts in U.S. currency history. The elimination of silver from dimes was a drastic decision by the U.S. Mint, driven by the increasing demand for silver in industrial markets and the rising cost of the metal. Before 1965, all dimes were 90% silver, and collectors today seek those older silver coins for their intrinsic value. However, the year 1965 created a unique situation where both silver and clad coins were being struck during a transitional period, which led to the accidental minting of silver planchet dimes dated 1965. This rare error turned an otherwise common coin into a legendary collectible, making the 1965 dime one of the most talked about transitional coins in U.S. history. What makes these transitional error coins so captivating is their sheer rarity combined with the historical context. In 1964, millions of silver dimes were produced, and when the law changed in 1965 to eliminate silver from circulating coinage, the mint was still using leftover silver planchets in some cases. These planchets accidentally found their way into the presses for coins dated 1965. This error wasn't intentional, and that makes it even more special. For collectors, rarity born out of unintended circumstances often creates some of the most desirable pieces in numismatics, and the silver 1965 dime is a prime example of this phenomenon. The value of a 1965 silver dime largely depends on its condition and authentication. Coins that are uncirculated or in mint state condition can command astronomical prices because they not only represent a rare error, but also preserve the original luster of the strike. Auction records show that these coins can easily reach several $1,000s, and in some cases, even higher when multiple bidders compete for ownership. For example, certified silver 1965 dimes in mint state grades have fetched amounts well beyond expectations, sometimes exceeding $8,000. This shows just how much demand exists for this piece of American coinage history. But the fascination doesn't end with silver transitional errors. Even standard copper-nickel 1965 dimes can bring premium prices in exceptional condition. While most circulated examples are worth only face value, high-grade coins, especially those graded MS-67 or higher, are extremely scarce and desirable. Collectors love perfection, and finding a flawless coin from the first year of clad production is a true challenge. This makes gem-quality 1965 dimes an important target for those who appreciate modern coinage in top condition. Add to that the historical importance of the first clad dimes, and you have a combination that appeals to a wide range of collectors. The excitement of owning a rare 1965 dime is magnified by the stories of people who discovered them unexpectedly. Imagine sorting through an inherited coin collection or even pocket change and finding a dime that looks slightly different. Perhaps it lacks the copper stripe on the edge or feels heavier than usual. After a quick check on a scale, you realize it weighs closer to 2.5 grams instead of 2.27 grams. At that moment, you may be holding a coin worth thousands. These real-life stories add a sense of adventure to coin collecting, turning an ordinary hobby into something thrilling and potentially life-changing. Ultimately, the legacy of the 1965 Roosevelt dime is that it represents more than just a coin. It embodies the blend of history, rarity, and value that makes numismatics so captivating. From its introduction during a transformative period in American monetary policy to the accidental errors that created legendary rarities, the 1965 dime continues to spark excitement decades later. For anyone passionate about coin collecting, or simply curious about hidden treasures in everyday life, the 1965 dime stands as a powerful reminder that sometimes the smallest objects can hold the greatest stories and the biggest surprises.